Job. This is a completely new roster as Patrick comes in, a roster that has had a very tough time staying together this season due to injury. They could have as many as 5 players missing today. They won their last game. They are 0-3 away. Their win Monday was against the Friends junior varsity team, and they lost a week ago to Central Iowa. Last year, they lost at home against North Central, 73-69, kind of a remarkable game. They shot 37%. They made 9 more three-pointers than North Central and had 13 fewer free throws made, accounting for the 4-point difference in the final score. They also shot 5 more times than the Pirates in losing that game. As we said, Patrick Nee has struggled to put together an entire roster for a game this season. He talks about the injury bug for the Red Devils.
Yeah, we've had a rash of them. You know, actually, our very first day that we had our very first workout, we had a kid tear his ACL. Then we've had a couple injuries that I didn't think were necessarily serious at the time. We've had, Tyler Pinder broke his thumb. We didn't think that'd be big, and then it's turned into having to have surgery. Just a lot of things that we just couldn't see kind of coming into the season a little bit, but. No excuses. It's college basketball. We're all kind of dealing with the same type of issues and things like that. So it's just basically next man up and just got to be ready to play.
You were talking to me off air about coming back to Allen after being an assistant there. Is that an advantage to getting started again?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a job that I went after pretty hard. I had a very good job at Northern Oklahoma, Division I junior college. But it's just a place that I just felt very comfortable with. It felt like a family atmosphere. I'm very close to the athletic director and a lot of the people there. I was formerly the head coach of Independence, so I've kind of known this area pretty well. I've been on the D1 side and D2 side of the Jayhawks. So this is just somewhere you get to a certain point in your career where you want to be happy. And that was just really because I left a very, very good team that they're nationally ranked. I left a couple all-conference players there that I couldn't get to transfer with me. But I just felt very much at home, and I just had a point in my career where I just want to be happy where I'm coaching, feeling comfortable, feeling really supported. Because in athletics, especially in the college level, not feeling support from your athletic director, from your president, from other people, stuff like that really kind of wears on you as a coach. You're always looking over your shoulder. So I knew a place like this is exactly where I wanted to be. And I've kind of bounced around a little bit. I've been at Division I. I've been in a couple different junior colleges. I've been a head coach. I've been an assistant coach. So I was just really looking to kind of lay some roots down and be somewhere for a while. My son's a junior in high school, plays basketball here. So obviously 2 years would be the minimum I would think about even leaving here to going anywhere else. But this is just somewhere I want to be here for a while.
Would you highlight and tell us a little bit about maybe 2 or 3 of your top players that we'll see today?
Yeah, Randy Crosby is probably our best player. He's a transfer from Tyler Community College in Texas, explosive guard. I believe he's averaging right around 20 points a game for us right now. And with some of the injuries we have and stuff like that, his numbers are just going to go up. I mean, he could be I think a first-team all-conference type player, possibly an All-American type of candidate. I mean, he's that talented of a player. With him, is the biggest thing is that we just got him. When he defends, he's an elite defender, but doesn't do it all the time. So if we can get him to be an everyday guy, an every possession kind of guy, that's going to lead us a lot more wins for us right there. And I'd say from there, David Teal is a transfer with me from Northern Oklahoma, averaged about double figures for me last year. He just kind of had a death in the family and just kind of coming back a little bit from that. But he's a big time player. And then EJ Lewis, our starting point guard, the freshman from Tulsa, explosive fast. That's what you'll see with us with these 3 guys. We're an extremely fast team. We're not overly big with our size and things like that, but our overall speed, especially from those 3 guys right there, is pretty elite.
You touched on this a little bit, but I'll ask you to maybe approach it from a different angle. What do you find really, really good about Allen as a place to work and as a school?
Well, one of the things is in junior college, a lot of times you have multiple jobs. You're not just a basketball coach, you have other jobs. So I'm basically like the assistant to the assistant athletic director. So I do a lot of game day management type things. When I was in Oklahoma, I was a full-time teacher, and I didn't really care for that much. Teaching from 8 a.m. till 1 o'clock every single day, I felt like I didn't have the advantage of being around my team as much as I really needed to be. So that was one major big part of it. But it just really comes down to support and just really trust. I love our AD. I love our president. I'm very close friends with a lot of the other coaches. So it's somewhere where it's more of a family atmosphere where we go to each other's, our kids' birthday parties together. We watch football together. It's just a different feel. I just want to kind of build on what Coach Shaw had done here in the past. He's been here for 11 years and did a great job. So I just want to just kind of build, because we've only been Division II for 4 years now, and in the last 3 years in a row, we went to a region championship game. So I feel like we went from being an average Division I school in the Jayhawk to being more of almost, I wouldn't say a powerhouse, but someone that's on the verge of doing something pretty special with this program.
Welcome back to our pregame show, and now a look at number 20, North Central Missouri. The Pirates are 9-4. They have won back-to-back games. They're 5-1 at the Ketchum Center, 2-2 away, and 2-1 at neutral sites. Wednesday on the road, the Pirates defeated Highland Community College 74-66. Shot 52% in that game. Highland shot 38 and had 15 assists on 29 field goals made with 17 turnovers. A week ago, they won at number 2 Johnson County 95-82. What a great game that was. The Pirates shooting 54% in that game to Johnson County's 42%. North Central had 16 more rebounds in the game, had 16 assists on 36 field goals made, along with 18 turnovers. The Pirates won at Allen Community College last year, 73-69. We told you about some of the unusual stats in that game. They were down 8 at the half, but did shoot 39% over the course of the game. Here's head coach Jeremy Esri of the Pirates.
You're on the road and win against Highland. That seems like a tough place to play. How did you guys perform there?
It is. Overall, I thought we did pretty good. It is a very tough place to play. Different atmosphere. They got the football team there, all that stuff, and just a different gym. Different gym. The first time ever being there and stuff. So it was good for our guys to come in. First half was okay, but they really did a great job second half, bringing some energy.
Right. And we, I guess, need to go back and talk about Johnson County, the big win at Johnson County. They're number 2 in the nation. And how did that one go?
Yeah, again, proud of our guys. And, I thought we played a great 40 minutes of basketball that day. We just got on them early and played really good defense, rebounded really well offensively and defensively, and that led us to some transition points. I was just happy with how we played.
We've talked about this several times about this tough schedule you've put together. I think there are fewer JV games. There are more games against Johnson County home and away. What's the thing you're going for there, as if it's not obvious?
Yeah, well, iron sharpens iron, all that stuff.
Right.
And so we obviously want to get challenged and everything. Now, some of these teams that we were playing, we didn't know that we were going to be top 5 teams in the nation and all that stuff. We knew they'd be good, but I think we played 5 teams in the top 10 nation so far and stuff. So it's been tough. But, I think our guys have done a good job staying together. They've done a really good job competing and getting better. And I think now it's just finding that consistency. And it's playing all those top teams. Now it's playing other really good teams, but still matching that consistency of playing the number 2 team in the nation and all that stuff. And so that's what we got to do. Got to do better at.
And it seems like such a hard thing because you guys are together for most of the school year, at least the beginning of the year till this point. It's got to be hard to be consistent knowing you're going to be together that long, as far as the coaching staff.
Yeah.
How do you bring that along? What's the secret for that?
You just hope everybody enjoys each other, and I think for the most part we do. And our guys have done a great job of just meshing and being there. And so that consistency's been great. Now it's just that consistency of expectations on the floor and the court and playing in games and stuff that I think we just have to keep getting better at and everything. And to our guys, credit and stuff, we're not a lot of our guys are freshmen and all that, and we're not used to playing where we're 13 games in November or 12 games in November where right now high schools have maybe played 2 games and stuff. So it's just been a lot different. And so if we can get that consistency more consistent. I don't know if you say that, but
consistently
consistent. If we can do that, then I really like the potential of this team. So.
Okay, so tell
Gotta
us,
get there,
in this past week, who's played well for you?
Yeah, we've had a lot of guys step up. Johnson County, John Carroll was really good. Micah Johnson provided awesome minutes defensively and offensively, just getting downhill and stuff. So those guys stepped up and were great for us. And then, Giovanni Mack was really good against Johnson County. Tyler King was really good against Highland. Isaiah Reams has been playing great the last couple of games and stuff. And Dan Pierre's been providing some great energy and stuff. So, I could just go on and on.
Yeah,
I've been happy with our guys in this.
Yeah,
So
that's that consistency,
and
though,
Mikey.
you're talking about.
Yeah. So now that's between two games, and now we got to get them. If we can get talking about 10, 11 guys, 11, 12 guys on one game and stuff, then we could be really good. So we'll get there. We'll get there. It's hard to do too with flow and that many players and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And today it's Allen Community College. What do we know about them?
Yeah, Allen County's they're traditionally tough. They're well coached. They play fast. They get up a lot of shots, and so if they're hitting, they're a very good momentum team, and so they're very dangerous of getting downhill, applying a lot of pressure offensively, kind of some stuff we like to do. So I would expect probably a fast-paced game that way. We have to figure out a way to keep them out of the paint and to only allow them to one shots.
He is Jeremy Esri, the head coach of the Pirates, and this is the conclusion of our pregame show. We'll be back in just a moment courtside as the Pirates take on Allen Community College. Welcome, everybody, to the Ketchum Community Center, Trenton, Missouri, for this afternoon's matchup between the Pirates and Allen Community College of Iola, Kansas. The Pirates are 9-4, ranked number 20 in the NJCAA Division II ranks, and the Red Devils are 7-6. I'm Rick Cole with Seth Gottman, and Seth, I'm going to make you a deal. I will give you a contract for 11 years and $700 million. Are you ready to get out of broadcasting and play professional baseball?
I am, yes. I am.
The news just broke about Ohtani signing with the Dodgers. And repeat those numbers to me again. I can't get over them.
11 years, $700 million.
And what does that work out per game if he plays 162 games?
$432,000 per game.
He gets $400K a game. That's crazy. All right, well, enough of that. Welcome to basketball coverage as we continue on here. The Pirate women won earlier today as they defeated Allen County just a moment ago, 59-42. And now the Pirates and the Red Devils here in the men's game. As we'll see this game, the Pirates have won 2 straight, and the Red Devils won their last game as last Saturday they lost to Central of Iowa, but on Monday they defeated the Friends reserve team in a game in Iola, Kansas. We'll go down to the floor now at this point. Philip Wilson is our PA announcer, and he'll introduce you to the teams.
First, let's meet the starters for the visiting Red Devils. At guard, freshman number 1, E.J. Lewis. At guard, sophomore number 2, Randy Crosby. At guard, sophomore number 10, David Teal. At guard, redshirt freshman number 12, Dante Jackson. And at center, freshman number 33, Dirk Johnson. The head coach of the Red Devils is Patrick Dean. Assistant coaches are Kyrie Pender and Travis Humbright. Now everyone on your feet for the starting lineup of your North Central Missouri College Pirates. At wing, the 6'4" freshman from St. Joseph, Missouri, number 0, Joe Clark. At guard, the 6'2" freshman from Belton, Missouri, number 2, Giovanni Mack. At guard, a 5'11" sophomore from Mexico, Missouri, number 3, Isaiah Reeves. At 4, the 6'4" sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri, number 5, Pierre Evans. And at guard, 6'5" 6'4" freshman from St. Louis, Missouri, number 21, Tyler King. Then goes your
The referees this afternoon, Damon Stetling, Shane Timmons, and Andrew Michael here at the Ketchum Community Center. Well, the buzz about Otani good enough. Let's talk a little bit about the women's game real quickly, a game in which the Pirates trailed by 4 at half, 6 at the end of the first quarter, then took a minor lead in the third quarter, after the third quarter, and really played well in the fourth quarter, I thought, to win that game against a very good Allen Community College team.
Yeah, they really turned it around the second half. Going into the fourth quarter, it was still a really close game, and they pulled away, and a really good game on both sides.
And the reason we're mentioning this is because we had a very short post game, and so wanted to make sure we got that in. Here is Dirk Johnson jumping up against Dampier Evans, and the Pirates will move from right to left. This is leading scorer Tyler King, tipped by Evans, and the Pirates are on the board first.
That's a great follow there by D.D. Evans. Comes all the way from the top of the key and comes all the way down and gets it in.
Now a little bit of pressure in the backcourt, but the Pirates handle it. Or excuse me, the Red Devils handle it. And then in the corner, a long look. Knocked around. It's Lewis who has it. Outside, the shot no good by David Teal. And again, the offensive rebound. That was the story in the women's game, especially in the first half. Allen County just dominated on the boards, and they controlled that stat throughout the game. And right here, the Red Devils have as many shots right now as they can muster. Won't go in for Teal, and the Pirates come the other way.
They would get a rebound. With those three-pointers, it's sometimes hard to get them because they're so long for rebounds.
Kicked around a little bit. Taking it is Reams, and Evans again, and he'll be fouled going up. It looked like Dante Jackson got him. And again, Rick is wrong about that kind of prediction. Dirk Johnson, it looks like, will pick up the foul, the first of the game. Rick is consistently moving up the charts as the most often mistaken broadcaster in the Midwest.
Hey, at least you're on the top of the charts for something.
Got to strive for excellence, and reaching the top is my goal.
Yeah.
So we're off to a good start. Evans with a second one coming up. He's not a real good free throw shooter on the season. Hitting just 35%. And there's Reams that picks off a tipped ball, and the Pirates in business. Reams works against Jackson. Dampier Evans, known as Dee in these parts. Back to Reams. So Isaiah has a bucket, so does Evans, and the Pirates lead 4-0. Now the pressure, and that's a zone pressure by the Pirates. They don't do a lot of that. They generally will match up man-to-man when they press, and that's got the Red Devils a little bit befuddled here in the first part of this game. Reams will take it, Isaiah. There's a lob backside to King. They love that play. King a little far away and then knocked it out of bounds.
Tyler King had 31 points the other day against Highland.
And he's been kind of like that. Mercurial is the word that comes to mind. He'll have a 30-point game, and then teams will really focus on him and shut him down for a game or two, and then people kind of forget about him, and he'll come up with another 30-point game, it seems to me. There is Randy Crosby, who is the leading scorer on the team, 19.6, and that's a three-pointer for him. Reams in trouble, finds King with that quick move. Here's Mack, and Gio's first shot is off the mark. Rebounded by Evans for the follow. D.D. Evans, he's 6'4", 220 pounds.
He's not the tallest post player that you see, but he works so hard down there and so physical.
That is very close to an over and back, and let's see what happens. They're calling a 10-second call, which works for Jeremy Esri, the 8th-year head coach of the Pirates. He's matched up against Patrick Nee, the former head coach at Northern Oklahoma Tonkawa. He was also at Independence Community College and was an assistant for a while at Allen. Back now as head coach. King in traffic, and that'll count. So Tyler King will have a chance at a three-point play.
That's a great take. Coach Esri talks about playing downhill a lot, and when NCMC starts playing downhill, they're really hard to contain.
Tyler is a 69% free throw shooter, and he completes that three-point play. So 4 for Evans, 3 for King. Allen quickly switches up and uses that out-of-bounds pass to throw the defense off a little bit, and it seemed to be fairly effective that time down.
Threw me off a little bit, too. I was like, what are they doing?
Randy Crosby giving it off to Lewis. Taking the handoff is Teal. 12 is Dante Jackson. Inside, the postman, 6'6", Dirk Johnson. And now the drive by Lewis for 2. He's out of Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, where Patrick Nee has a lot of contacts after coaching at Tonkawa. King for 3. Crashing the boards, that's Giovanni Mack. How about that?
NCMC early is crashing the boards really well, getting those putback points.
Mack, who's the third leading scorer on the team at 14.5, gets the putback. He'll be our guest at halftime at the break. E.J. Lewis, Jackson, Evans, outlet to Reams. Pirates with the early advantage, 4 minutes in. Reams shakes free. And Patrick Nee doesn't like what he sees right there, and he is going to go ahead and take a timeout with his team down.
Dream is to help kids living on the streets with education.
Charles, what's up, buddy?
Wow, we help. Wow. How you doing? My heart about to jump off my chest, man.
Charles, you ought to be proud, man.
I'm just extremely grateful they were here. That's something that these kids are going to remember for a lifetime.
Pirates an early advantage. And Allen with the basketball. Randy Crosby shakes free and hits the bottom of the bucket. He's got 5 points. He's from the Bronx, but a transfer from Tyler, Texas Community College. Reams to Evans, and Evans powering his way to another basket. Half a dozen points on 3 baskets for Evans. And that's Gio Mack. King with the dunk. And another steal, nearly right into the hands of Lewis, and then the lead pass. And the easy layup for David Teal, his first basket. So 5 minutes gone by in the first half. Gio Mack to King. Tyler will give it to Reams. King open. And Randy Crosby at 5'10", rebounding. He leads the team in rebounding as well as scoring. Jackson. I'm sorry, this is Teal, rather. There's Jackson in the corner. And a collision. Down goes Dirk Johnson, and a foul's going to be on Joe Clark of the Pirates. So the first foul against North Central is against Clark. 2 fouls so far against Allen. Jackson departs, and in is Grayson Ryan. Now, Allen had some problems with injuries. They weren't sure a couple of players would be able to play at all, but it looks like they've come back and they have a nearly full bench. I think Patrick told me before the game they had 9 dressed today.
There's another one of those rebounds NCMC can't come down with. That's something that they got to do maybe a little bit better on here early.
Reset shot clock. Working the baseline is Grayson Ryan. And now the Crosby shot. They're going to call it a goaltend and 2 points for Crosby. So Randy Crosby was 7. And it's kind of an energized North Central team, especially down low. They have been attacking and really on both sides of the floor in the paint.
Yeah. They're wanting to get all their points in the paint so far, it looks like.
Reams lost it. Here comes Crosby in the middle of the break and all the way in. So Randy Crosby has been the force for the Red Devils so far. Evans down low, giving to Reams for their nice little reverse.
That's a really good play. Have your big man with the shuffle pass. That's a good way to do it.
And again, the pressure by North Central. Pirates will not play again after today until January 10th. They're looking forward, I think, to a little time away. It's been a long season. It always is in basketball.
Yeah, their schedule's been hard so far.
Oh, tremendously hard.
This game could be really important to make sure they go into the break on a high note.
Teal looking for some room, everything but in, and Evans the board. Mack, good pass to Evans, and he was knocked away by Dirk Johnson, and also a foul on Dirk. That was going to be a dunk for sure, and Johnson at least makes Evans go to the line to earn it, and Evans has, as we talked about earlier, a tough time at the free throw line, shooting 35%. So that's a valuable foul if there is such a thing. He will come out of the game now because it's his second foul, and also getting a break is Mack in exchange for Mikey Thomas. Thomas, number 1. And there's a make for Evans. Dede has 7 points. Last year, Dede played against Allen on the road and had 2 points and 5 rebounds, which is a kind of a typical line for him. Roman Phillips is in for the Pirates, number 35. Teal against Phillips. Look for Ryan, and Phillips there. Reams, he loves to penetrate. And the follow by King. Tyler, 5 points.
A lot of NCMC's points here early have come off of second chance.
Not half. Teal off to Crosby. Crosby and Reams will be a good matchup tonight. Look at that shot right in Isaiah's face. Randy Crosby hits that one, and a timeout going to be taken by Allen. Looks like it'll be a full timeout, and we will take a timeout as well here on Pirates Digital Media.
My name's Beth Caldarello, and I work in the library. There's 3 of us, and we're just here ready and waiting to help you. This is a location of our testing center. Faculty love to use our testing center because sometimes students have to miss a class or they need to take an online test, and we proctor those tests for you. Our online students have access to everything that our on-ground students have. For instance, databases, electronic databases. You're in an academic environment now, so we want to make sure you have the tools, and we make sure that you know how to use those. The thing about what we have to offer is it's available no matter where you live. There's so many ways to contact us too. Say you get in the car, you're going home, and you think, how do I start that paper? You can text us, you can call us, you can email us, or again, you can stop by another day. If you need something, believe me, we're going to find it for you.
Pirates basketball following the timeouts. King dumping it across the lane. Roman Phillips Either didn't see it coming or it was a little too quick for him, as the turnover for the Pirates is their their fourth. Allen has 3. The shooting percentage at this point, Pirates at 56% and Allen at 50%. 6-point Pirate lead. Allen has hung in there after really kind of an onslaught physically and scoring-wise by the Pirates early. Pirates were knocking things around and getting a lot of chances off turnovers, but that has turned around. Mikey Thomas intercepts, though. Thomas across the lane to King, and look at him switch hands. Was that something?
Oh, man, that was crazy. What a great pass by Thomas and great finish by Tyler King there.
Teal against King. Popping outside. Jackson finding L.J. Hill, who's in the game. 13 is Grayson Ryan from the Colony in Texas. And Hill hits the 3. So the 6'3" freshman off the bench and hits a 3-pointer. Answering back or trying to is Mikey Thomas. Randy Crosby, he's a scatterbug, and he'll get the foul as well. So Randy Crosby comes up with the shot and a chance at a 3-point play.
That was a very fast move all the way from coast to coast.
Yeah, he's quick and is good around the rim. You can see that right away. We'll show you the way he got there in just a moment. And a 3-point play. Yeah, he goes to the rim very well. Reams now with Davis running the baseline. King lost it, picked away by Hill. 2-on-1 break. And over the top of Thomas, Grayson Ryan, his first points. Tied at 24. Reams and Phillips let it go, thinking it was intended for someone else. And Ryan will leave it there for Randy Crosby. Now Jeremy Esri has reason to be upset, and he's going to call timeout. In the aftermath of hearing the Otani deal, I don't know you're all getting tired of this, but I'm still shocked by that. Just shocked. How many million? 700 million? That's nuts. Anyway, so professional sports continues to advance at a pace that is just beyond my comprehension. Glad to be here for this matchup between Allen and North Central. The Pirates take time out. Allen has taken a 2-point lead after a very quick start by North Central. And now the Pirates' Jeremy Esri tries to get his team back on track.
This has been a great job by Allen. They got down early, but now they came back strong.
Allen is 0-3 on the road. They are 7-2 at home. King makes the move. And that's Thomas who comes up with it. Mack. Thomas. Mack got the board. Gio foul from behind, and he'll go to the line. So Giovanni Mack will go to the free throw line, the youngster from Belton, Missouri, just a freshman.
Shoots 87% from the free throw line. That's pretty darn good.
He will be our guest at halftime. North Central at the break. Mack is an 87% free throw shooter, so that's a rarity for him to miss. And he is moving up the charts in the national rankings. He's 4th in total turnovers, which isn't a good thing. But he is also 9th in total steals and 19th in total assists. But he does play at a very quick pace, and you know he's going to turn it over. There's a carry. Remember the women's game? If you were with us, you saw 4 carries called against Allen. Here's one against the Allen men.
Must be a, I don't know, something with the refs today.
Well, it's what they're teaching in Iola, Kansas.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
I say that totally in jest. Just very rare to see 4 carrying calls in one game. And it was on 2 consecutive possessions at one point. Ja'Cory Terrell can't get it to go. This guy has become a virtual starter. He's the guy they turn to off the bench to kind of jumpstart things. From Slater, Missouri. He's a sophomore. And the Pirates have tied it up. Teal is back in. And one more coming for Ja'Cory. Speaking of teal, look at those shoes that Ja'Cory has on. Aren't those kind of teal?
I think that's that color.
Is that what that's called these days? Or is it mauve? No, mauve is like a red, isn't it? I don't know. I'm still working on the 700 million.
Right. That's all
I
you
don't
can
think
think
I
about
can
right
really
now.
think of much else. L.J. Hill giving it outside. It's a move by Teal, and then they keep it alive along the perimeter. Ryan Lewis. Shot clock expiring, and it will expire. Pirates have possession. They won't stop things as John Carroll into the game, got the loose ball. Mack looking for Carroll. Instead, it's Davis and then Carroll. Boy, it just won't go. Thomas hustles to get the loose ball. And Gio will take advantage of the reset shot clock. Knocked away. Teal hustling after it. And look who came up with it. Carroll able to lay it in. John against Highland the other night, 9 points, 5 rebounds. He had 16 in the upset against Johnson County.
John Carroll's really came on this season.
Yeah.
He started off just playing a couple minutes, and now he's playing a lot.
Max tip wouldn't go. The follow by Terrell, no. And Allen comes back the other way. Pirates by 2 with 8 minutes, just a little less than that left. Ryan, no. Davis gets the board for the Pirates. Jamal averaging 2.5 rebounds a game. Thomas, a freshman from St. Joe. Terrell. Mack using the screen by John Carroll, and then right back to John. And he wants to drive. He doesn't do that a whole lot, and he's going to be fouled in the attempt. So John Carroll going in hard and contacted hard, and we'll get a chance to shoot a couple of free throws here.
That's a good hard drive. It seems he's been doing that a lot so far this game. Just going downhill. And
yeah, that has kind of been the word of the season, hasn't it, for Coach Ezra, is playing downhill.
yeah.
Here's John Carroll on the wing again, and again, you don't see him do a lot of this, handle the ball, but missing the shot, but there was a reason for that. He'll have a second free throw coming up. John is from Marietta, Georgia, which I always enjoy. I can't wait to visit with him a little bit about that. A big guy, 6'7", and around these parts at least, we don't have a lot of 6'7" guys. So it's good to see him get some playing time and play well.
Yeah, it is. John's been really good so far this season.
Teal trying to avoid the trap. Crosby looked like he had it tipped, and the referees agree. So a 4-point Pirate lead, and the shot clock has been reset. Crosby, tough shot. Again, the loose ball won by Allen. And again won by Allen. Boy, Ryan will give it outside, a long one. Teal couldn't connect, and the ball knocked out of bounds. Looks like it's going to stay with Allen. Boy, they really make it hard to get a defensive board. That's how their women played as well. They were, I use the word dominant, not a whole lot, but they were on the boards. Pirates so rally to win the women's game, 59-42. Again, a reset shot clock. Randy Cross going against Giovanni Mack, and a wide open Ryan. Grayson Ryan hits the three, and a timeout taken. It will be a full timeout, and we will take a timeout also here from the Ketchum Center in Trenton, Missouri.
Anchor A is one of the 2 newest dorm facilities for NCMC. Each dorm comes fully furnished, including a 65-inch Roku TV. There are 2 individual bathrooms, complete with 2 sink areas. Each student is given a private room with their own opportunity to express their own individuality.
President of North Central Missouri College, Dr. Lenny Claver, is here this afternoon. The athletic director, Nate Gamet, I assume, is refereeing, probably, we were kidding about it earlier, probably refereeing Duke and Kentucky today, something like that. He is a referee of some renown and moving up those ladders as well. Our sports information director, Ryan Suttonfield. And Megan Erickson is here as our trainer. She does a wonderful job with the athletes here at North Central in her, I think it's her 3rd year now. Pirates are going to face some pressure from Allen. That's Giovanni Mack, left alone to take on Randy Crosby. Mack again, our guest at halftime coming up. John Carroll remains in there, and he's battling against Chico Tarango. And Carroll got the offensive board and laid it in. And isn't that exactly what we were talking about?
Yeah. I can't say enough about John Carroll. He's probably one of my favorites on this team. I just love the way he plays so hard, and he does all the dirty work, I feel like.
Crosby, skip pass. Lewis, his attempt to throw into the wing is way off the mark, and a turnover by Allen. Let's catch up with some stats. First of all, the turnovers, since we mentioned them, are even at 6 apiece. The Pirates are shooting 48%, and so is Allen. 3-pointers, 4 of 11 for the Red Devils, 0 of 5 for the Pirates. That's something. Pirates have made 6 free throws, and Allen has made just 1.
Go back to turnovers. Allen County is national 8th fewest turnovers per game with only 9.9. So
they take care of the ball.
Yeah, NCMC's forced on a couple so far, though.
Micah Johnson is down in the corner. He's number 4 for the Pirates. Mack, bottom of the net. 5 points for Gio, and now the ball, was it knocked out of bounds? Did they step on the sideline? Looked like they stepped on the sideline. And so there's another turnover for the Red Devils.
This NCMC pressure, Esper doesn't run it all the time, but when he does, it seems pretty effective.
Wide open, that's Johnson. And into the hands of E.J. Lewis, one-on-one with the newly inserted Micah Johnson. And Johnson comes back the other way, only to leave it wide open for Crosby. So Crosby's had a fun first half with 18 points already by my count, averaging 19 and a half a game. Giovanni Mack, no. Dampier Evans, yes, and a foul. D.D. Evans, 9th point, and the foul, of course, will give him a chance at a 10th. Crosby picks up his first foul.
D.D. Evans is a force in the paint this game so far. He's playing lights out.
And we've talked about this from time to time, but that's exactly what we need. We have found in our trips to the national tournament that you've got to have a big guy to go in there and pound away a little bit.
Yeah, even if they're not scoring a bunch, even to play defense.
Yeah. And back the other way, and the foul's going to be called on Carroll.
D.D. Evans came flying over to the scores table there and scared the people over there at the scores table. I would be pretty scared too.
And he actually moved it off its anchoring. Nate Swan is running things here at the Ketchum Center today, our golf coach, and he's right there to get things straightened away. Wow. Randy Crosby hitting another one. He has 16 according to the board, and I got him for a couple more than that. Here's Evans. And the rebound comes down to David Teal at 6'3". Crosby keeping King off his backside. Right down the middle, and suddenly Allen heating up a little bit as E.J. Lewis hits the three. And I think Jeremy Esri is going to be forced to take another timeout here, or were they just getting subs in?
Yeah,
Apparently
I think Evans might have twisted his ankle or something, so I think they got to.
I'm going to say that's about the only time you can do that in the flow of a game is if there's an injury.
That stinks if Evans has to sit out for a long period of time because he's been playing so good so far.
Reams with the ball. Joe Clark is back in. John Carroll remains out there, otherwise 4 starters for the Pirates. Skip pass for King. And the rebound on the baseline, Randy Cross. Lewis to Teal. Lewis and Isaiah Reams. Number 2 is Crosby. You've got Mack on him. It's quite a matchup, and it'll be a foul. You can see that Mack got it with the hip a little bit. I don't think Crosby was completely innocent, though. They were going at it pretty good. But the foul goes against Gio Mack. It's the first against Giovanni. And the 4th against the Pirates in the half, so no shot. Crosby and Gio not going for that fake. That's a difficult shot that Crosby just about hit.
Yeah, that would have been impressive.
Reams. And back the other way comes Chico Tarango. All alone is Crosby cherry picking at the other end to drop it in again. He's got 22. 22 of the 38. And Isaiah Reams is stripped again. It's Lewis that knocked it away, and then they're saying that the Pirates knocked it out of bounds. So it'll be Allen ball. Red Devils are 7-6 out of the Kansas Jayhawk Conference. That's a tough conference. They're going to talk about this and see if there's some change in the call that right now has Allen throwing the ball inbounds. Oh, it could be the shot clock. I heard something about that. They're going to discuss if it was a change of possession, and apparently it was not. The shot clock remains at 28. Teal through a lot of gray, and the rebound to Carroll again. King in transition. Mack wanted the ball. Isaiah won't pass up that one. The lefty knocks it in.
It's a big shot there by Isaiah Reams.
9 for Isaiah. 3-point lead for the Pirates. This is L.J. Hill. He hit one there earlier in this game. This time Clark cleans up the board, and the Pirates run. King in the middle of the floor. My goodness, he can do a lot of things. King with 7.
I think we were both thinking he might throw that one down there for a second.
Oh, I think he was thinking it also. He had curled that wrist and then realized maybe it wasn't the best time for that. Ryan, no. And Mack leads the Pirates up the floor with under 2 minutes to play. Remember, he'll be our guest at halftime. King for a 3. And the Pirates stretch the lead to 8. Teal across midcourt.
E.J. Lewis just lost his shoe. Looks like he got it back on now.
Mid-range, won't go for Ryan. Pirates control the board again. I think that's been the key to them being able to get out to an 8-point lead. They've rebounded very well. Jeremy Ensry made it a point to casually mention that to them at halftime, says Rick firmly, tongue-in-cheek. And now a whistle and a foul, and what do we got here? Foul's going to be on E.J. Lewis. We've got that. One foul on Lewis, and it's the 8th team foul. The Pirates should be shooting 1-1. Let's see who the fouled person was. Looks like Joe Clark. Joe is from St. Joseph, Missouri. Against Highland, he was in double figures with 10 points. Allen down by 8. And looking for a little bit of an uplift before halftime. Grayson Ryan, nothing for him. Randy Crosby can create his own shots. That one, though, into the hands of Reams. And Isaiah coast to coast for 2. So Reams able to get in there and lay one in. He's got another basket, and a timeout's going to be taken by Allen here at the Ketchum Community Center.
St. Luke's knows time is precious. That's why we save more patients from heart attacks and deliver the fastest stroke care in the region, and bring more cancer experts to more communities, so you have more time to enjoy what's most important: life. St. Luke's.
Pirates digital media broadcast, if you're not aware of it, are now syndicated across several major social media sites on YouTube, Facebook, and we haven't been able to get on Instagram for a while. It's something on the Instagram end, and we're still using X, as long as they're still in business, I guess. Reams got the weak side rebound, was fouled by Crosby, and now Reams will go to the line and shoot 1-1. Do you do any social media? Are you a social media guy?
I just do X mostly. Twitter,
Yeah.
X, yeah. I don't know.
I think Elon's in a little bit of trouble, and I'm just waiting to see how long he's going to stay in business, but I know we do some here at North Central. We do some simulcasting or syndication, if you will. Isaiah hits both his free throws. I'm a reader, but not a producer, if that makes any sense. Except for some professional things.
Yeah.
Like Pirate basketball, for instance. Crosby giving off to Ryan, and he hits a 3. So Grayson Ryan hits his second three-pointer. 8 points for him. They take a moment to unhook the nets. And the Pirates face pressure here for the final 22 seconds. Solid half, I think, for the Pirates. Also, in a lot of ways, for Allen. Joe Clark gets the pass from Mack and drops it in.
And that's a good, tough move down low by Joe Clark.
We'll have the dance wave coming up here in just a moment. First, the long one at the buzzer, and it's a 2-pointer for Randy Cross. So Cross ends up, by my count, with 24 in the first half. That is a 2-pointer, as we said. Let's remind you that coming up on Tuesday night, we go to St. Wood. How about we try that all over again? Let's just rewind it. There are several points in this game I'd like to rewind. Let's tell you that on Tuesday we'll be going to John Wood Community College. That's in Quincy, Illinois, for the women's basketball game against the Blazers. 5:15 is our pregame if I live long enough to get there. The Dance Wave performed at the women's game. They perform here again at halftime of the men's game.
They are Caitlin Bagley, Briley Brinks, Delaney Franklin, Kelsey Gibbler, Caitlin Sullivan, Gracie West, and Allie Westcott. Next Saturday, December 16th, the team will compete at the NBA Collegiate Regional Competition in Blue Springs. Today, they will be performing their competitive dance, Can't Hold Us, that they will compete with next week in the hip-hop category. The dance is choreographed by head coach Carly Beebe.
the Dance Wave, always a favorite here at North Central Missouri College. They are, as you saw, coached by Carly Beebe, as the Pirates lead it here at halftime, 52-43. We'll give you just a couple of teasers at some of the stats here. Pirates are shooting 53% and Allen 46%. There have been 9 turnovers by the Pirates, 7 by Allen, and the Pirates have hit 3 of 10 three-pointers, Allen 6 of 18. Our halftime feature at the break today features freshman guard Giovanni Mack. Let's take a chance to meet Giovanni Mack here at the break.
You're coming to North Central from Belton, and what's been the biggest difference you've seen in college basketball to this point?
Biggest difference is probably just not as much freedom. Like in high school, like, you know, coming from like being that guy, like always having the ball in your hands, you gotta like really learn how to, you know, pick your shots wisely. You know, the flow of the game's way faster, so you just gotta be able to pick up on it real fast. Coach E's helped me a lot with just coming, like transitioning into college basketball, so props to him for that. But yeah, probably just the pace of the game, like how everything moves, and probably just not as much freedom as, you know, as high school basketball.
You know, that's interesting because I don't think I've ever had anybody answer that question just in that way, because there's always the physicality or the speed or whatever. But yeah, you probably did have a lot of leeway in high school, right?
Yeah,
what kind of player were you in high school compared to maybe what you're trying to be now?
Probably I just wasn't. I mean, I had a lot of IQ in high school basketball. I'm just trying to pick up on it more now. Just like the difference in like the game is way different. So just trying to pick up on the knowledge of like coach has been trying to work on me with like time, like when to shoot the ball, best shots, getting downhill. So it's just a lot of new stuff that I'm trying to, you know, get into my game from high school. So
how about the mental part of it when you know, it comes to like implementing scouting reports and picking up on knowledge that the coaches find? Is that a little bit more intense than it was in high school?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like just being able to be prepared. Like in high school, like we did a little bit of scouting reports, but it was kind of just going out there, just hooping. But now in college basketball, you really need to, you know, pick apart the offense and defense of your other team to just be able to have that advantage, to be able to get wins. And at the end of the day, if it's a close game or something, it's going to come down to the team that was more prepared and, you know, prepared more to beat that team.
Right,
so,
right. When you start out, what's the number one thing that you want to know about a particular team before you play them?
Probably just, I don't know. That's a tough question. You know, probably just who runs the show for them. Like as a guard, a lot of like basketball is becoming more of a guard game now. So for me, whatever I can do to just help shut down their best player or whatever the case may be, how they run their offense. Most teams like John Wood, they're more of an offensive like screen away, like running their offense type of thing, and then maybe you have like Ellsworth, who's, you know, more of a guard-heavy team. Like they run their stuff through their guards and stuff like that. It's just knowing stuff like that to be able to be a step ahead of your ahead of your opponents to be able to, you know, get a win.
You're a pretty heady player, aren't you? You think about stuff a lot. I can kind of tell.
Yeah, I mean, always. I mean, I'm trying to, you know, level my game as much as I can to be able to get to the next level, or whatever the case may be.
And you talked about the speed, and that's the next thing that comes to my mind is you are going all out all the time to me. Do you come out of a game and hurt and are tired? You as many times as I've seen you collide with the floor or another player, and as hard as you go, you got to be exhausted at the end of the day.
It can be exhausting. Like you got to, as a college basketball player, you got a lot on your plate. Basketball, school, you have outside family stuff, so it's everything at once. But you know, at the end of the day, you got to put your body on the line to be able to help your team get wins, and you know that's what I'm gonna do to be able to help this team get some wins and move on to the next level.
First semester is over now. Does that free you up just to focus on basketball a little bit here going into this weekend?
It does free me up a little bit, but at the same time, I gotta be able to still be locked in whenever I come back and focus on schoolwork still. But it does feel good that my first semester of college basketball is over. Schoolwork's done, so I'm looking forward to Saturday night, just having a free mind, not worrying about any books or anything like that.
Right. What are you doing in school as far as academics?
Well, I'm a business major right now. I'm in like psychology. Got college seminars, some structure of governance and sport and stuff like that. So I've had a lot of fun with those classes and participating in those classes. So I've learned a lot this first semester as a college student, so it's helped me a lot.
What does that translate to after basketball's over, wherever that takes you? What do you want to do?
Well, I really want to, see where I can take this basketball thing, but at the same time, I've had the opportunity to maybe like train some kids, and maybe I usually, get a couple workouts in with my teammates that, I use from AAU coaches, high school coaches and stuff like that. So maybe taken that business degree and maybe having my own training facility or something in particular like related to basketball, I would love to do something like that.
Sure. Would you take a moment, please, tell us about your family and maybe even mention them by name or pets or whatever.
Shout out to my girlfriend, Paige. I have a son also, so if you guys didn't know that about me, hey, I have a 2-year-old son back at home.
Okay.
Love him to death. Shout out to my mom.
What's your son's name?
His name's Lux.
Lux?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, his name's Lux. And then I have a brother, sister, mom back at home. Shout out to my godmom, Lisa. All you guys support me, and I love you guys so much, so thank you.
Your experience at the college level, has it been kind of what you wanted it to be? I mean, I know that you're just getting started. I get that. But has it been kind of the fulfillment of what you wanted?
Of course. I knew like the mental challenges that it was going to bring, and I tried to instill that mindset in me way before I even came here or came to college. So it has been everything that I've thought it would be and more. So I'm just continuing to try and take on that challenge and just keep taking steps forward every day.
What do you want your college career to end up? Where do you want to be at the end of the 2 years here at North Central, and then maybe after you're done with college entirely?
I just want to be known as someone who impacts the game and impacts his the community. I want to be someone who can have an influence on other kids, on other people outside of basketball. And I just want to be able to bring a national championship to this school. They deserve it. The guys deserve it. We put in the work for it. So just to be able to do that for this town would be amazing. And for my future of basketball, I don't know what that has set for me. God has that set out for me right now. So wherever He takes me, then I'll be happy with those results.
At North Central Missouri College, we know higher education is an investment, and we take that investment seriously. From the newly renovated Geyer Hall to the latest technology at the Barton campus, NCMC has something for everyone. 2 brand new apartment-style residence halls for students relocating to Trenton. Men's and women's athletic teams competing at championship levels in baseball, softball, basketball, and golf. No-cost essay reviews by experienced tutors, virtual learning sessions, and the region's #1 ranked practical nursing program, educating tomorrow's healthcare professionals. NCMC is a school, but at its heart, it's a community for this diverse region. It's a community of high-level educators assembled to challenge you. You can see our investment in our beautiful campus, but the real investment is in our students. Now is your time.
Pirates are looking for their 3rd straight win, and they're off to a pretty good start after the first 20 minutes. They lead by 9 against the Allen Red Devils. We'll take a look at the halftime stats here in just a moment as you see them pop up. Here's Seth with a look at some of the individual stats as well.
Yeah, the guy that pops out to me the most is number 2, Randy Crosby. He has 25 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists for Allen Community College. And for NCMC, we have Isaiah Reams with 13 points, Dampier Evans with 10, and Tyler King with 14. Along with Dampier Evans, also have 5 rebounds.
Yeah, and he's been the guy for the Pirates, as we've talked about, that has to be the force in the middle, not just in this game, but throughout the season. But he's getting some good support. I thought John Carroll, as we talked about, has played well. Ja'Cory Terrell gave us a little bit of size inside and athleticism inside. Jamal Davis as well. They all contributed to the play against Allen Community College. But one thing that affected Allen is they didn't have Dirk Johnson for a lot of the first half. The main post guy for Patrick Nee, a 6'6" freshman from Mustang, Oklahoma. Love that. He just had to sit a lot of that first half. But Randy Crosby made up for a lot of stuff that happened that wasn't good.
Yeah, he was the only guy that scored double digits in the first half. But, yeah, he kind of carried them there, looking for other guys around him maybe to step up here in the second half.
We will see what happens here in about 90 seconds. The Pirates, as we mentioned, winning 2 straight at this point. They are 5-1 here at home, 2-2 away, and 2-1 on neutral courts. The Red Devils 7-2 at home, but have not won on the road yet. 0-3 this year. They lost last year in the second round of the Kansas Jayhawk League tournament at Johnson County. Last year they were 23-10, and now Patrick Nee is the head coach. Tyree Pinder, who was an assistant when Patrick was at Tonkawa in Oklahoma, is one of the assistants, along with Travis Hermreck, who was a former coach at the Colony in Texas. You may have heard of that. They've got an outstanding athletic program, and wow, it's just been a turnaround for Patrick Nee, including getting a late start in recruiting, but turning over his entire roster so that he brings, obviously, the people that he wants into the program. And so they are off to a 7-6 start this year, but behind here at halftime to North Central.
I feel like that's one of the hardest things about junior colleges is you only get 2 years of guys playing, and with the transfer portal too, they can move whenever they want. So it's hard to get guys to stay and play good at the same time.
Allen will have the basketball first, as you can see, as we begin the second half here at the Ketchum Center in Trenton, Missouri. That loose ball is almost picked off by Crosby. Again, he leads all scorers with 25 points. Isaiah Reams of the Pirates. He's matched up against E.J. Lewis. Now King. Tyler's had a nice half. That one slips out of his grasp. Evans can't get much of anything on that shot, and here comes Allen. Look at that pass. Teal for 3. So David Teal benefiting in a way from that long pass. Even though he didn't catch it, he was the one that ended up with it, free on the wing. Pirates work it around to King, and he answers back. Tyler's second 3. He has 13 points. Back comes Lewis. Lewis with 5 points in the first half. 12 is Dante Jackson. Didn't see a lot of him in the first half. Crosby against Mack. And by the way, thank you to Geo Mack for visiting. And as always, it was fun to talk to him off the air as well. Good ball movement by Allen for a moment, and then King picks the pocket of Lewis, and look at that move to get the chance at the 3-point play. How about that?
Tyler King, man, he's so fun to watch. He gets downhill and gets fouled and then still finishes the layup. That's great.
We got King for 15 points, and now looking for the extra point. As the Pirates have jumped out to an 11-point lead. They led 52-43 at half.
We've seen Tyler King quite a few times start the second half, I feel like, and just go on a little run by himself, and that can be so huge for the team.
E.J. Lewis. Johnson popping outside. Teal gets past his man King, but can't finish. Clark. Wide open, Isaiah. And Reams for 3. Second 3 for Reams. He is the veteran. He's the guy that was here last year, and he's counted on for that kind of leadership, and that pass goes sailing over everybody's head.
Yeah, that's huge. Start out the second half with a couple threes.
8 points in the first 2 minutes for the Pirates. But this Allen team is very explosive, and they're pretty talented. I just don't think they've hit their stride yet with all the injuries they've had and trying to put together a functioning machine that can run well. Blocked from behind, getting a hand on that shot was Dante Jackson. And here is Allen, and there's Mack tiptoeing for the interception. Three-pointer by King will go over the top of the backboard. So King had a good look on the pass by Dede, and it's all for naught.
We saw NCMC get off to a good run in the first half, and Allen County came back, kind of got them, and it looks like maybe don't want that to happen here, but Allen County's good enough for that to happen.
Crosby had 9, by my count, 2-pointers and 2 3-pointers in the first half. Looking for a long one, covered about as well as you can be covered, and Randy Crosby is putting on a show. King lost it, picked away by Lewis. Crosby against Mack. And he has 11 2-pointers now. And what does that make? 29 points? Yeesh. There's a turnover by the Pirates. Really an unforced error, and it goes right back to Allen. And we have an update on the situation with help me here real quick. Otani, thank you.
Yeah, well, I kind of some false information, I guess. It's actually a 10 years, $700 million.
So that makes it more valuable per year.
Getting a little bit more money, yeah.
And if you said he's 28,
I think that's about right.
They've signed him till age 38. And I'll say it again. I'm just wondering what the guarantee money is in that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be at least 6, probably 6 mil, 600 million. My bad.
Jackson misses that one. The Pirates will take over. It's just unfathomable to me. $700 million. Yikes. You think they need a 61-year-old pitcher that I can swing the bat still?
Yeah.
I throw really hard. The ball just doesn't get there as fast as it used to.
Well, it'd be good off speed.
Yeah. There's Reams again, and he's a good rebounder. 4.5 rebounds a game. 3rd best on the club, and averaging 16 points a game. Tyler King leads at 21.5. Crosby, boy, he's doing his thing right now, and that one won't go for him. Mack looking for a target. Isaiah Reams. And King steals away the rebound. Wow.
He was pretty much standing out of bounds on that shot. That's an acrobatic shot right there.
So Allen down by 13. Looking for an answer against the Pirates. The Pirate women won against a very good Allen team. Only the 2nd loss for Allen this year. Pirates in that game 59-42 over Allen, but they struggled against Allen for the longest time. Isaiah Reams. My goodness, he has been the leader here in the second half so far.
Yeah,
so the 3-pointer makes it a 16-point lead here. Crosby doing everything he can, and Clark influenced the shot, much to Crosby's dismay. He thought he had a foul. Mack tipping it, but controlled by E.J. Lewis, a freshman from Tulsa. Good job working the ball around, finding David Teal for a 3. So David Teal hits his 2nd 3, and a timeout being called here by Patrick Nee, I believe it was, took that timeout. And we'll take a timeout as well.
My name is Takara Williams, and I am Assistant Director of Student Support Services. Now, in order to be a part of our program, you have to meet at least one of 3 criteria. So that means you can either be a first-generation college student, you can meet income guidelines, or you can have a disability. And our students enjoy a lot of free perks, including over $15,000 in scholarships awarded every year. Our students on main campus get to enjoy an exclusive learning lab that has computers and tutors available to help them be successful. They also are assigned a professional mentor like me who is able to help them with advising, and transfer counseling, and anything else they may need to help them be successful. Other perks they enjoy are workshops in a lot of different topics, transfer trips to four-year colleges that you might be interested in, and also really fun trips to different cultural events. We really try to create an environment that will help you feel more connected on campus and help you feel successful.
Pirates leading here against Allen, but Allen is shooting, according to the stats, 45%, while the Pirates shooting 53%. Both teams shooting well, but the Pirates lead it here by 13. Our Central Missouri College Practical Nursing Program, in other news, has been named to the 2024 list of best LPN programs in Missouri by the website practicalnursing.org. They came in at number 10, and they have long been known for a great nursing program here. North Central has been. In fact, it's one of our majors, I guess you would say. They do a great job turning out nurses, and well, that's way more important than sports, I think, and when I get sick, at least it is. And they should pay nurses somewhere around $700 million for 10 years, as far as I'm concerned. Mack handles the basketball.
I'd definitely be a nurse if that was a thing.
John Carroll. There are a lot of jobs I'd do for that amount of money, although money has never been a motivating factor. Ask all of my people pursuing me for money. 14 minutes to play. Pirates will not play again until January 10th. Mack loves a contact, doesn't he? And he gets two there. He's got 7 points in the game. Pirates are now playing a little bit more man-to-man pressure, and a good job getting the ball up to Jackson. And Teal on the run. He's into double figures now with 10. Isaiah Reams. And Johnson comes up with a rebound. Teal spots an open Lewis. And that'll belong to North Central. We'll be at John Wood on Tuesday night for live video for the women, as North Central will be traveling to John Wood, take on the Blazers for the second time this year. That will begin with our pregame show at 5:15 from Quincy, Illinois. And then the Pirates get on the plane, or the bus, whatever they're taking to Florida. The women will be playing a couple of games again in Florida this year against two very good teams. And then they get a little bit of a break. Boy, that was halfway down for King and came out.
There's another wide open three for the Pirates. I feel like we've been getting a lot of wide open looks here.
6 of 17.
There's another one.
3-pointers. And Reams, nothing but net.
Man,
so Isaiah's fourth 3-pointer.
He turned it on in the second half.
Pressure again. Lewis beat it and goes all the way to the rim. What a shot that was. E.J. Lewis. Reams to King. And Evans left all alone. Evans into double figures. Crosby kept everybody at bay and then took a highly challenging shot. Reams to King. King past 4 Red Devils. Carroll trying to follow it up, and he'll go to the line after being fouled. So John Carroll continues to make an impact. That is the third foul on Johnson, the big post inside. And a couple free throws coming for John Carroll. He is from Marietta, Georgia, as we talked about in the first half. He was big in the Johnson County upset with 16 points, 8 rebounds, and get this, 4 assists.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
John was doing it all that game.
Yeah. Pirates upset number 2, Johnson County. That was a week ago today, right?
I think so, yeah.
I've been watching video of that game. They just outplayed Johnson County, no two ways about it. Even their announcers were talking about that midway through the second half. Crosby, what a pass to Johnson, but he may have traveled. Nope, he was held. So the holding will go against Isaiah Reams, and that's 2 on Isaiah. You can see that Dirk Johnson can be a force. Just a freshman, kind of, I would imagine, starting to come into his own a little bit. But you got to stay out of foul trouble. Look at that. They have got some talent on this team. There's no question. David
really,
Teal, 12 points.
They really do. They're pretty solid.
Kicked and belongs to Allen. If you're not familiar with Allen Community College, the Red Devils were formerly known as Allen County, and in fact, widely referred to as that still. Iola, Kansas, look at that big dunk.
That's a crazy looking inbound play. You get the curl and it comes down the lane and just throws it down. Great dunk there by Tyler King.
Johnson. And that's his first points that I have seen him hit. Back comes Crosby after the turnover. Davis in the game, grabs it. Thomas into the forecourt. It's 3 on 2, and there's Thomas. Rather John Carroll with the dunk. So you gamble a little bit on defense, and that will happen occasionally. As Allen looks to get back into the game, and Tyler King first and John Carroll second, going strong to the rim. That's going to be a foul that'll put Allen at the line. And it's going to be another foul on Reams. So 3 fouls on Isaiah, and here comes Mack back in. It'll be Reams who comes out. Isaiah in the game on Wednesday was, mixing it up inside something. He got a tooth to the face and was cut. Didn't need stitches, but that's not a good thing to be cut by as a tooth.
Yeah, it doesn't probably feel very good either.
Mack. And too long for Davis. But Thomas trying to make something out of it. And now John Carroll works hard again inside. Boy.
First of all, that was great hustle by Jamal Davis to stick with that pass that was a little overthrown. And then again, John Carroll cleaning up the boards and getting a rebound.
9 points for him. It's a lot more than the points. Pirate lead is 20 now. Ryan, Teal, Johnson. He's going to have to take the shot. And Carroll grabs the loose board.
We said this a little bit during the girls' game about home court advantage is a big thing with them. It's also a big thing with the men's team too.
Yeah, Pirate men are 5-1 at home. Last year, I think, between the men and women, they only lost 1 game at home. I think that's right.
And I think that was the Swig buzzer beater. That's
right, when they hit that long one by the hash mark in front of the Swig bench. And we thought we had won that game on Isaiah Reams' putback.
Checking in for Allen County, number 3, O.J. Hill.
Then we went back last year to Swick and hit a buzzer beater ourselves. It was quite a series last year. The 2 teams split again this year, but each team won at home. And, to me, it's a lot of fun to be able to see some new faces, some new teams like Allen. Good pass by Crosby. We haven't talked about his ability to get free and pass the ball. Did a nice job that time getting the ball to Dirk Johnson. He's just, as you said at halftime off the air, he's a stud. He's a player.
Yeah.
LJ Hill got that loose ball. Crosby back to work. Good move there, but he ends up losing the ball. Now Thomas is trying to find it. And it's right back to Crosby, and he spots Ryan on the other side. 10 for Grayson Ryan, the sophomore from Texas. Corey Terrell, he lost it, and the Pirates and the Red Devils are getting a little sloppy here with over 8 minutes left. That is turnover number 11 for Allen. The Pirates have 14. 54% shooting for North Central, 48% for Allen. Nice pass inside, and John Carroll takes care of the rest after getting the ball from Mack. He's into double figures. Jeremy Esri will be with us after the game to talk about the matchup with Allen. Lewis looking inside, and it's knocked out of bounds by Carroll, and then Dirk Johnson goes in hard. Boy, he plays hard.
Yeah.
And that one sounded like it might have hurt in those plastic bleachers. He's going to take a break, and well-deserved.
Yeah, that's a really good hustle.
And those people who ended up grabbing him will have a story around the Christmas table. About the time they got the 6'6", 220-pound kid sitting on their lap.
Yeah, that's always a good story.
I don't have many of those stories, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me as well.
Mack grabs the loose ball, and the Pirates, with 7.5 minutes to play, whips it inside. Wow. Carroll did a great job to get free, but Mack, what a pass.
Yeah, that's a straight bullet pass.
Lewis finding Teal. Lewis pulling the trigger and right down the middle for him. E.J. Lewis now with 10 points as he hits his second three-pointer of the game. And we'll be back in a moment.
Welcome to North Central Missouri College Bookstore. I'm Cecilia Marsh, the director. We're located in downtown Trenton at 121 East 9th Street. Some of the items for your classes may be a lab kit or chapter notes that the instructor has written or a textbook. If you have financial aid funds left after your tuition is paid, you may use those funds at the bookstore. But you must have a student ID card in order to do that.
Once you have your items in your cart, you can check out by clicking Student Accounts and putting your financial aid number in. Also on our website we have supplies and apparel, so you can also purchase any supplies for your classes online and also using your financial aid money.
We work to provide you with everything you need to be a successful student.
Pirates leading significantly here against Allen County. North Central number 20 in the nation looking for their 10th win of the year. And Patrick Nees, Allen Community College Red Devils at 7-6 are just trying to fight through all of these injuries and things that have kept them from being a full roster through a lot of this season early on. Yeah, the Pirates have the basketball back. Mikey Thomas, Giovanni Mack in the backcourt. Davis is in there. Jamal is a redshirt sophomore. Carroll has been one of the big stories of this game for the Pirates. He's still in there. Davis drives, and that's going to be a travel on the amicable Davis, who's one of the best guys around. Jamal travels with the ball, but boy, he's been a great kid for this program and for this community. Also, I think we should mention that Dampier Evans was the Student of the Month in November here on campus. D.D. Evans from St. Louis was named the Outstanding Student for November, a second-year student. Wants to get his associate in arts degree in May and move on to bigger and better things, and we all hope that for our students at North Central. He's also a very, very kind guy. Just, he looks big and tough, and he can be as personable and friendly as anybody.
Yeah, he's a friendly dude.
L.J. Hill, his second three-pointer for Allen. Terrell nowhere to go. Thomas for three, and there's Davis to put it to bed. Wow. And then Carroll got the block at the other end.
Jamal Davis had a dunk like that the other day at Johnson County, I saw. Just comes around and gets the putback. Attacks the rim.
Fantastic. Reams is back in with 5:55 to play. And I would think that it's a 3-hour ride also from Allen or from Iola, from the Allen County campus. So that can't help the legs much. But when you've got a limited roster, you have a tough time on the road or anywhere.
Especially against this NCMC team. They're just really quick, and
they like to force the tempo. Randy Crosby has been forcing the tempo. Now he'll go to the line and shoot 1-1. Holiday Hoops starts a week from today here, and I think there are 6 games that day, although you can find the schedule online. A lot of area teams come into play here. It's not really a tournament, but it's a classic, if you will, where the matchups are predetermined, and there are 48 games, I think, this year.
Yeah,
does that sound right?
I think that's right. It's always a fun, is it 9 days?
I think it's 9, and it's not consecutive. It's like we play Saturday and come back on Tuesday,
right.
And then the week between Christmas and New Year's we play all 4 days, I think it is.
Yeah, so it's just a good time for students to come up, see the campus, and it's just cool.
31 I have for Randy Cross now. He has cooled off a little bit in the second half. A lot of teams that are smaller teams come in here and play, and it's a neat experience for kids. Davis smooth down in the post area, has 4 points.
Especially this brand new floor. It's really, really, really nice.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that. It's a brand new playing surface here. They completely took out the 25-year-old floor that came with the building. Davis going to find the handle eventually, we think. And so the new floor doesn't have the dead spots of the old floor. As Reams hits another 3. That's 5 3-pointers for him, and I've got him for 27 points. So he is catching up to Randy Crosby. But again, 48 games, and sometimes the weather affects things, but a lot of the times we're able to get games in, and despite bad weather. And we'll have all the games live here on Pirates Digital Media, although they won't be high-tech productions. Kind of like today, we don't have a student workforce today. Another one for Crosby. So it'll be something similar to this without the commentating on most games to try to look for Reams' back door. Crosby and Teal. David Teal has scored most of his points in the second half. I've got him for 14 total points, and 4 minutes remain. Big Christmas plans for you?
I'm going to go visit my grandparents down in Springfield, Missouri. I think they're listening today. Shout out Grammy and Gramps.
Yeah, hello.
I think going down there, then going to my other grandparents in North Missouri.
That foul's going to be called on Dante Jackson. Do you guys have any family traditions that are maybe a little bit different than most families? Do something regularly?
No, I don't think so. I think we're pretty normal, I think. I don't really know. How about you guys?
Yeah, we've got one, and that's making my grandmother's oyster chowder stew.
Pretty good?
I've taken over the cooking duties for that. I think it tastes great. Not a lot of people are big oyster fans, as Evan scores his 12th. But yeah, that's our thing. That's our thing. There just aren't a lot of fresh oysters in Missouri, you know. And the ones from, like, say, the Grand River or the Missouri, they don't count.
Where do you like your oysters from?
Really, that's about the third aisle of the grocery store, about eye level.
Yeah,
that's where we get them from. Although we did a couple of years ago get some fresh oysters. I don't know where they came from, and we steamed them and cracked them and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
That's always fun.
It's an art form to open those suckers.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not easy at first, then you find out how to do it, and it's really easy. 2-on-1 for King, and Isaiah's looking for more points, but won't be able to put it back. And now there's all sorts of tanglements along the sideline. Referees today, Damon Stetling, Shane Timmons, and Andrew Michael. And 3 minutes and change remain. Pirates aren't scoring as much as they have in the past, but they're still at 83 points a game, and they're well past that right now. D.D. Evans is back in. There's King launching it. He can be good from lots of places on the floor. 21 for King. Again, Jeremy Esri will be with us after the game. Off balance, but right down the middle for Teal. And that's his third three-pointer, 17 for him. Well, whatever your family does, we wish you all a Merry Christmas.
Yeah. It's always a fun holiday time here in December.
Joe Clark. Off to Reams. That's a three if it goes. Mack got a hand on it. Evans. And the Pirates prevail. And with 2 minutes left, they will simply pull it out and look to use as much of the shot clock as they can. And Mack got left alone kind of weirdly there at the end of the shot clock. Everybody relaxed, but he couldn't put it in. That was strange. Jay Lewis gives it off, and they work it over to Crosby. Now Lewis from the corner. Everywhere but down. And Isaiah Reams across midcourt. Pirates are going to win their 10th of the year. And 3 straight going into the break. Looks like you got a hold, and they're looking at L.J. Hill. The shooting is still fairly good. 54% Pirates, 48% Red Devils. And Allen has committed 10 turnovers compared to 17 for the Pirates. Pirates have hit 3 fewer three-pointers. However, they have 8 more made free throws. If you're looking for things in this game, there's a chance at a three-point play. Wow, Isaiah Reams has had a nice second half, hasn't he? 29 points, so he's looking for his 30th point. But back to the stats, if you're looking for a difference in this game, how about this one? 20 rebounds for Allen and 49 for the Pirates. And there's 30 for Isaiah. I'm not sure what his career high is at North Central, but I'll bet he's pretty close to it. And he's going to go out and get a nice hand.
And number 4, Micah Johnson.
Micah Johnson is in, as Giovanni Mack is also going out. And into the game is Jaden Niveld, a freshman from Curacao. We've had a number of Curacao kids come to play baseball here, but Jaden is the first one that I know that's played basketball here. And so he is into the game. This is just his second game. He played against KCK earlier this year. Tyler King in. He's got 23. And a long one left alone. Ryan hits that one. He has 13 points, and we're under a minute to play. After the game, Jeremy Esri will join us. We'll take a look at the stats as we have time for. But the drama taken out of this one, late in the first half, it kind of feels like the Kings looking for more points, and right down the middle. Pirates led at 52-43 at the half as Johnson can't hit it and goes visiting in the stands again. He's slow to get up, but he's been working awful hard. And the Pirates have a shot clock. It's 4 seconds behind the game clock. So the search for a combination and healthy bodies for Patrick Nee will continue. They want to get a shot for Niveld, it looks like. But that's not going to happen, it doesn't seem. Evans is going to take a 3. And then the follow by Niveld. His first points from Willemstad, Curacao. And the final from the Ketchum Community Center, the Pirates 107 and Allen 84. It was an entertaining game in a lot of ways. Maybe not for Allen, but Boy, a couple of athletic teams that went back and forth through this game. We will take a break and then be back in just a moment here on Pirates Digital Media.
At North Central Missouri College, we know higher education is an investment, and we take that investment seriously. From the newly renovated Geyer Hall to the latest technology at the Barton campus, NCMC has something for everyone. 2 brand new apartment-style residence halls for students relocating to Trenton. Men's and women's athletic teams competing at championship levels in baseball, softball, basketball, and golf. No-cost essay reviews by experienced tutors, virtual learning sessions, and the region's #1 ranked practical nursing program, educating tomorrow's healthcare professionals. NCMC is a school, but at its heart, it's a community for this diverse region. It's a community of high-level educators assembled to challenge you. You can see our investment in our beautiful campus, but the real investment is in our students. Now is your time.
Pirates win it by a score of 107-84, and Coach Jeremy Esri is here. Hi, Coach. Congratulations.
Hey, Rick, how you doing? Hey, thank you.
I'm doing well. That was a game that started kind of close, and then you guys got the edge and kept pushing it. Am I looking at that the right way?
Yeah, because they are a team that does spurts, and they shoot it well. And you saw how many threes they hit against us tonight, and they do a great job of never getting out of the game. Like I was so worried. I'm still sweating. So worried that they might hit 2 or 3 threes in a row and just be right back in that thing. So, we had to hold the lead. I thought we did an all right job with that. But defensively wasn't our best game overall.
They hit 14 3-pointers. You hit 9.
Okay. Isaiah hit some big ones second half, and TK did too. So thank you guys. Thank you.
There's a lot of things that we can talk about here, but let's start with John Carroll.
He's been awesome.
He's been great.
Yeah. Third game in a row, John Carroll just stepped up and was a beast for us and got some good dunks, and he just rebounds so good. And when he wants to be like that, when John Carroll wants to be John Carroll like that, he's really, really tough. So he's finding his way. He's finding out that nobody can really guard him when he does that. So he's been great. Pierre Evans was also a beast today. Did a great job. So,
he doesn't have to score a lot of points, does he?
He doesn't. He doesn't. Today was probably one of his highest scoring games, and I don't know how many he had, but he doesn't. He just sets the tone defensively. He's just, he's the Ben Wallace for us in terms of that. He just rebounds, and he's just a beast under there. So.
How about Isaiah Reams? He missed 3 shots today, Coach. You got to get him out of the lineup.
Yeah, that's
he had 30 points.
Did he really?
11 of 14 from the floor, 5 of 7 3-pointers, hit all 3 of his free throws.
Amazing, and it's his grandma Lynn's birthday today.
Oh,
and
good.
So, I think he had a little extra on the plate, and he promised her a good game, and he certainly delivered. It was his birthday Wednesday.
Oh,
so,
was it?
Yeah, and so, but he certainly delivered. So, yeah, that kid's just so tough. And again, like when he finds out nobody can guard him, he's really, really tough. So he did great.
That's great. And now you've got a bunch of time off. January 10th is your next game, correct?
Yeah. It's one of those things. We need a break. Wish it wasn't that long. Love how our guys are playing right now. Hopefully we can come back and continue meshing and continue playing hard and playing like we've been playing. So.
Yeah, it was a fun game. Thank you, Coach.
It was, yep. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Jeremy Esri with us here in our post-game show. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, and we won't keep you too long. You can look at some of the stats online when you have a chance, but the points are impressive here. First of all, Randy Crosby had 25 at halftime, and the Red Devil ended up with 34. He took 24 shots, hit 14 of them, including 3 of 7 from the three-point line. Their other double-digit scorers were 17 from David Teal, 13 from Grayson Ryan, and 13 also from E.J. Lewis. The 30 for Isaiah Reams, we mentioned. Tyler King ended up with 30. He got some late buckets there, so both Isaiah and Tyler with 30 points in the game. He went 13 of 27 from the floor after Isaiah's 11 of 14. 16 points for John Carroll, and what a job he did. 6 rebounds as well. A couple of points for some other folks down the line. I should mention 14 points for D.D. Evans. He ended up with 8 rebounds, 10 rebounds for Isaiah Reams, one of the smaller guys on the floor. Ended up leading both teams in rebounding, but 8 rebounds also for Giovanni Mack, for Dampier Evans, for Tyler King, and 6 rebounds for John Carroll. And then the assists, 9 for Giovanni Mack, highlighted things for North Central. 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 34 points, though, for Randy Crosby. He was fantastic tonight in, unfortunately, a loss for Allen Community College by a score of 107-84. I want to say thank you to Seth Gottman, who accompanied me on the broadcast today. And the women win as well today. The final score there, North Central 59 and Allen 42. So indeed a good day to be a Pirate today. We will see you from Quincy, Illinois and John Wood College on Tuesday night, 5:15. We'll have live video as the Pirate women face the Blazers. And we're looking forward to that trip, and then a little bit of a break before we start the Holiday Hoops presentations here on Saturday. So for now, we say it's a good day to be a Pirate, obviously, with the sweep today, but Merry Christmas as well. And we will see you Tuesday night. Until then, goodbye, and go Pirates.
Jolly Roger! Make sail, laddie! Walk that plank!